All right, let's see who comes up. What the hell is my thumbnail? Oh, got some 10-ounce bars of silver. Big shit. Yeah, that's really good stuff, ain't it? Let me see. Yeah, I got some Copenhagen left in there. Yep, got some Copenhagen left in that one. Okay, very good. Well, let's see. What's first? Yes, yesterday when we were live, and I would really like to wait until you guys come up for this, but when we were live yesterday, we had a glitch. A glitch in the matrix. My live feed was cut, all the electricity in the house blinked off, blinked back on. Not long enough to upset the automatic clocks, the digital clocks, but just enough to shut everything down. Every computer and light went out in the house. And that includes my internet, because I lost my internet. There was no storm. It was nice out, very mild breeze, 76, upper 70s, lower 80s. Very nice summer day. What in the hell happened? I got no clue. So, anyway, got pissed off, went down to the shed. I was going to come back up immediately, but I would had to get back into YouTube, into my channel, go live, redo the whole thing, because nothing was saved. I don't think. It might have been saved, but I think right at the end it was cut. Anyway, what else do we got besides 10-ounce bars that you guys are looking at on the screen? Maybe it's 5-ounce bars for the. I don't have a whole lot of 5-ounce bars, but I got some. I think I got more 10-ounce bars than I got 5-ounce. I definitely got more 1-ounce bars. I do have some 2-ounce stuff too. Very, very little 2-ounce. Maybe 5 items of 2-ounce stuff. But most of my bigger stuff, like 5, 4, is all pours. So I don't know. I think they might be 10-ounce bars in the picture. I'd have to look. Blow it up, see what it says on the bars. I'm not sure. Okay, another thing that's pissing me off today is I was supposed to have lunch with the boys this morning. Last message I got was be at Dan's place at 11:30. Well, Dan's place is a good half hour away. So I got up, got shit ready, pissed around here, drank some coffee, took my pills, got in the truck, and was driving to Dan's. I got about, I don't know, 13 miles away. That's after stopping in town and depositing some checks at the bank. And got a phone call. Well, it's one of the guys that lived just a mile from me, one of the 82nd guys, 82nd Airborne guys. He jumped out of airplanes too, and he's all fucked up physically, just like I am. And he said Dan had left him a message, and it was just us two. And if it was just us two, I probably should call it off, because hell, we could just go down the road and have lunch with each other. So that's what we decided to do. But then, well, I better look at my phone. Looked at my phone. Yep, sure as shit. 10 something last night. Dan left a message, said he ain't going to be here because he's can't keep any food down. Jack's got a doctor's appointment. Pat's out in Colorado. Blah, blah, fucking blah. So Why did I not see that message on my phone? My phone didn't light up. Usually when I get a message, my phone lights up. I don't hear it because I can't hear. I don't know. Anyway, I turned around, went back into town, and went to the hardware store. Had to go there, get some shit, and go home. So I come home. What I was going to do, now here's the good news, something that didn't piss me off right away this morning, was I called my repair guy for mowers and weed whackers and where I get my trimmers and chainsaws and stuff. And I asked him about the clutch on my mower. And he said, well, you were backing up, turning around, going around, and all that weeds and branches and shit. He said, check underneath because there's a wire that goes to your clutch. Could have come unplugged. I being me, I look at the electronic schematic first. There's no mention of a connector. It shows a connector, but it makes no mention of a clutch connector. Just it doesn't do that. It's just a harness. Okay, so I go up front in the parts manual and I look at the clutch. The clutch just shows a round clutch and then a pulley for the belt and no wire coming off it at all, which there is about a 6-inch wire with a plug on it. Oh, what the fuck? So I jacked the back end of the mower up, put it on jack stands, crawled underneath. Sure as shit, it's unplugged. So I plug it back in, take it off the jack stand, start it up. Hey, fucking clutch works. So I had it filled up with gas. Out into the grove we go. Finished cutting down that goddamn weeds in the grove. Saved a few trees. Don't know what they are, but I saved a few. The rest of the bushes I cut off because I know what they are. The honeysuckles. I'm pulling all that shit out of the ground. It's not. I'm fucking done with honeysuckle. And it's crowding out my 9-pin anyway, so I gotta take it out of there. So I'm gonna pull it out. And I don't know, probably 10 or 12 great big goddamn honeysuckles I'm gonna pull out of the ground. If I gotta cut it first, then pull them out, that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, I get that done. I did not try and start my wood splitter yet, although I put a new plug in and air filter in yesterday. I didn't try and start it. I'm going to take the gas line off the carburetor, blow back through it with air, see if there's anything plugging that in the tank or in the line, see if I got any gas coming through. And if we do, then I'm going to try and start it. If it still doesn't want to start, then I'm going to take the bowl off the carburetor and take the jet out and see if that's plugged. Only thing I can think of, fellas. Or it could be my muffler. My muffler could be plugged, and I don't want why it doesn't want to start. Too much back pressure. But it shouldn't because I have a cover on that. It's got a downturned spout on the exhaust, so there's no chips can go up in it. But I had another cover over. I took a 1-gallon metal can, cut the side out of it, and I put it over top because there's a screen on there to keep wood from falling on there. But small, they're like 1-inch squares, and small stuff falls down in there and starts fire on top of the muffler. So I took a gallon can and I just cut the side out of it and then put that down over top of the screen, and that keeps everything from. And yeah, it gets hot, but the whole thing gets hot anyway. But it's cool enough to keep the stuff that falls on it from starting on fire. Okay. So maybe I don't have enough. Maybe there was something got up in there. I don't know. We'll see. That's what happened to my wife's chainsaw. The exhaust was plugged, and that's why it didn't have full power. I mean, it still started, but it didn't have full power. So I don't know. It's just something I'm guessing. All right, here's the next goddamn thing then. After I put the mower away, went back down the shed, got thinking, I got to do something about that mailbox. Well, I had a 2-inch pipe, 3-inch pipe, 2-inch pipe coming out of the ground with the mailbox on. And it's, I don't know, had a 1.5 foot of concrete around it, about 6 inches around it. Piece of farm equipment hit it going down the road. Bent the fucker right over. Okay, so what I did was I took a metal barrel out there and tied it around what was left of the post with bungee cords and bungee cord to the mailbox on top of that as a temporary mailbox. Well, today I got busy, took the barrel and the bungee cords off, took the mailbox off, hooked that fucker to the truck and pulled it out of the ground. Okay, now what I want to do, because it's right next to another driveway that goes into a field right there, and they got big equipment too. But I know it wasn't him, it was somebody else coming down the road with a big ass fucking piece of equipment. And it shouldn't, that should not be allowed on the road. If you take up more than one lane of traffic, you should not be allowed to transport that or run it down the road. Should have to transport it on a fucking flatbed trailer, like fucking 36 row, 24 row head on a combine coming down the road, because they don't want to take the fucking head off and transport it on a trailer. And they have trailers specially made for that. And it doesn't take but a fucking 30 seconds to unhitch it, put it on the trailer, and unhitch it from the combine. Then run the combine down the road and have somebody drive the pickup and the trailer down the road to wherever you're going. But no, them farmers are too goddamn lazy to take the head off and do that, so they run the fuckers down the road. Big equipment behind, big equipment in front, doesn't matter. Just run it down the road. Oh, there won't be anybody coming, and they can get out of the way. Well, fuck you. You know what? I'm tired of these fucking assholes. Lazy cocksuckers. Sorry, farmers. You feed us. Fuck you. Dickheads. I grow my own vegetables and fucking raise my own hog. Fuck you, you dickheads. Lazy cocksuckers. All right. So I pulled that out of the ground. I wanted to take the mailbox and put it over in our driveway instead of over there across the road. All right. And my wife said, well, you better check the postal regulations. Don't know if that's allowed, blah, blah, blah. They said, there are other places that have them like that. Why can't mine be like that? All right. So I'm going to check postal regulations. But there's a road. Okay. Over here on this road, there's a driveway goes into the field. Right here, where it goes like that, that's where my mailbox sits. Okay. It's 5-6 feet off that driveway, side of the road, stuck in the ditch. That's where it was. Okay. Well, the mailman can come down the road because he's on the right side of the vehicle. That's where they sit here. Rural mail deliveries sit on the right side of the vehicle. Don't sit on the left, because mailboxes are mostly on the right. Okay. So that's what they can just pull up to the mailbox like that, put the mail in, and keep on going down to the next one. Why can't they pull into my fucking driveway to the left if the mailbox on the right, open the mailbox, put the mail in, back out, and continue down the road? Why can't they do that? Because they're lazy cocksuckers too. Everybody's a lazy fuck. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to research the fucking regulations. I'll call the post office tomorrow. I'll call the postal fucking master general of the United States if I have to, and I will ask about the goddamn mailbox regulations. It's a regulation mailbox. Regulation size. Had to buy it from the post office or postal service. So it's a mailbox. Does it have to be a certain height, certain distance, certain side of the fucking road? I don't know. What difference does it fucking make? It was legal, I believe, where it was. But it still got hit by a goddamn piece of fucking big machinery coming down the road. So if I put it in a legal spot and it keeps getting fucking hit, I'm going to put it in a fucking illegal spot. And they're going to deliver the mail regardless. If not, there's a lawyer's got a fucking job. I'm getting fucking pissed. Lazy cocksucker. And the farmer that hit it, he knew he hit the fucker, as bent over as that cocksucker was, because it had to do some damage to his equipment too. It's a 2-inch pipe, 2 or 3-inch pipe, set in concrete. And he bent it at a 45-degree angle. So it made a sound and it did some damage. Now, you would think you would come back and do the right thing and offer to replace the cocksuckers. They hit it anyway. No, nothing. I waited long enough. Nobody come forward, fuck them. Just getting tired of this fucking crap. All right, what else? Other than me venting today. Usually Corey Lee comes up. He's online in the morning, but there ain't nobody come up. Hey, Chew, how the hell are you, man? We're just here venting today. You know, I got this fucking fat taken off of here. I got that scar and where the tube was sticking in there, where they took it off. But my right hand, right here on the heel of my right hand and down into my wrist, just hurts like hell, and I can't grip anything. See how that? Oh man, see how that muscle? When I do that, clench a fist right back here and all the way down through here, man. Just hurts like son of a bitch. Oh God, that hurts. And I'm starting to get a click right there when I bend this finger. I get a click now when it comes out. Son of a bitch. And I know that's arthritis, but I don't know what the hell this is here. Oh, that really hurts, man. That hurts like a bastard right there. God damn. And I wasn't doing anything really powerful today. The only thing I was doing was running my mower back and forth, steering my mower. That shouldn't hurt so goddamn bad, but it does. Motherfucker. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go into the goddamn massage therapist or the body shrink and have him just work on my wrist and hands. And I'm sure it's right there is what's doing it, but right in the wrist joint. I'm sure that's where it's at. But man, right there, if I put pressure on that, then I could do it. But son of a bitch. Tell you what, sucks getting old, man. Really sucks. Well, yesterday I was busy outside fucking with that mower. So I missed most of Durbin's auction, but I got there toward the end. I tried to buy some shit and I made the comment, probably not going to get anything, or it looks like I'm not going to get anything this auction. They didn't have any Canadian stuff anyway, so there's a couple things I'd be interested in, a cheaper Morgan or a cheaper ASE or something like that. But I was bidding on a Benji half. And I thought I was going for too much, so I quit bidding. And another guy got it, and I forget. I have to go back. Let me think here and think and think. I'll think of it later. Anyway, after he won the bid, he said, send that to Gary Huffman. And I just about fell out of my chair. Now, that's the second time on Durbin's auction that somebody has gifted me something I had been bidding on, and then I quit. And somebody had gifted it to me. Liza Jane did it the first time. And damn, I'm thinking. If I don't think of the name during this live, I will tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, whenever I get some decent mail to open. Steve LaPointe, I believe. I believe it was Steve LaPointe. See how the old fucking brain thinks? The old brain, you got to be thinking of something else, then it comes back to you. Steve LaPointe, I believe, gifted me that Benji. Now, I don't know about you, but I find that this YouTube coin community is the most gracious, giving, empathetic, caring community that I have ever been associated with. And I haven't met a lot of you people, men and women, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Old, young, middle-aged, veteran, non-veteran, just everybody here. And it makes no difference what your level in life is. Some of you are more well-to-do than others are, and it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. I can't tell you of 3 people around here or 4 people around here that I know or have known my whole life that would do the same thing. Does that surprise you? Or do you find the same thing happens to you also? You experience the same thing. Hi, Daryl. Hi, Weldon Carey. What's going on, buddy? And I'm sure I'm not, or I wasn't as big in the knife community because I collect knives, all right? I stack silver and gold because that's wealth, all right? Knives are not wealth to me. They're tools. They're items to defend oneself. They're utility tools, survival. You know, it's that kind of a thing. So I'm not as big in that community. Although I do make knives. I make my own knives. I forge my own steel, buddy. I'm just not as big in that community. And I'm sure that community, if you're active, an active participant, and you're there every day, that community is just as like I'm describing in the coin community. But like I was saying about the coin community, I haven't met any of those people at all. Supreme Ginger down in Clinton, Iowa, is about 3 hours from me. We're going to get together one of these days, and his friend from over in Illinois. I would like to meet the guy on Durbin that's from Southwest Iowa. Him and I are always going at each other about the bells. Can't think of his name right off the top of my head either. You know what, Daryl? If you go to Weldon Carey's streams sometimes, you will be directed. YouTube will recommend other videos for you. Go to their sites, watch their videos. If it's something you want to subscribe to, then subscribe. Weldon Carey can put links in his chat too of the sites that he goes to, and I subscribe to a couple of different ones now. So I mean, that's a thing. You can do that, just like they do in the coin community. Put links in the chat stream and just hit on it and go. Subscribe, leave a comment, like just a short comment on a video, and then go back to what you was doing, and you'll be getting all their notifications that way. So I mean, I have done it. I've got a couple of knife guys that I'm subscribed to. So and I did that off of Weldon Carey's chat. So yeah, good on you, man. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there are some chats that you get in, and if you like, if I hit Daryl like that, it'll say channel activity, go to channel, pin message, whatever. So I can go to your channel. There are some chats. If you hit on a name, it just says reporter block. That's it. You can't go to their channel, but on my channel you can. So um, if I want to go to Weldon Carey, I'll pop on Weldon Carey right here. I can go to his channel right away. I can put him in timeout or hide him or I can add him as a moderator or whatever. So, but I've noticed some chat streams I'm in don't allow you to do that. Like on Durbin's auction, I can't do that on his auction site, but some chat streams I can. You're a mod on your own. You're a mod on your own site, Weldon Carey. So you can do that on your own site. Now, if I made you a mod here, then you could. There you go, bud. And then he'll have some links in his chat every once in a while, and then you can. And I haven't figured out how to do that, how to put links in my chat yet. But I'll figure it out one of these days. I'm not a tech guru. Let's put it that way, like Frostbite or Brad V or who else is learning? Angela's learning. She's getting there. $1 Million Meg. She's got it down as a mod. Cason's got it down as a mod. Shift Kicker's got it down as a mod. So yeah. Hey, Corey Lee. I wondered where you was going to be. You have to go back to the start of this live and watch it, but man, I was fucking bitching. Son of a bitch! I was in a foul mood today, even though something good happened. I did not have to replace the clutch on my mower. I'll say this again. I called my repair guy. He said, look underneath. A lot of times when you're out mowing thick shit like that, the plug comes unplugged to the clutch. Now, being an old electronics guy, I go to my parts book first. I look at the schematic. Yeah, there's a harness there, and it shows the two relays. It shows the seat switch. It shows the parking lever switch. It shows a key switch. It shows a PTO switch. It does not show. It shows it on the harness, but it doesn't say what it is. It's a connector. I found it. There's a connector on the schematic, but it doesn't say what it is. It just says connector. It doesn't say it goes to the clutch. Clutch connector. Okay, so then I go to the motor or frame, whatever, and I look. There it says the clutch. Okay, but there's a 6-inch, 8-inch lead coming off of that clutch that plugs into that other connector. Guess what? That's not in the fucking thing. It's included as part of the clutch, but it does not show that electrical lead coming off the clutch. Okay? So that lead plugs into that connector on the harness that's not specified what it goes to. Those two go together. So I jacked it up, I crawled underneath, I found it, I plugged it back in, kind of tucked it up underneath there where it wouldn't come unplugged again. And on that plug, most electrical plugs have a lock on them. You have to lift it up and slide it out. This one doesn't. It just fucking slides in and out. Granted, it's a tougher pull. I don't know. Anyway, that pisses me off. The schematic and then the parts, nothing lists that lead connector that comes off the clutch. And when it shows the clutch, it does not show the electrical lead coming off of it. Pisses me off when they do that. They do that on purpose. So you'll have to take the fucker in and get it looked at so they can charge you $30 an hour labor just to plug that fucker back in. That pisses me off. So anyway, I plugged it back in. Lo and behold, the clutch works. So back out and I mowed that whole fucking grove today. I just got done, 5 o'clock or something like that? Come in. No, it's like 4 o'clock. And I went out and pulled. And here's the other part of my bitch. I pulled my old mailbox out. My old mailbox post was on the right side of the road. Okay, where it's supposed to be because the mailman he's sitting on the right side of the vehicle. He pulls down the road from mailbox to mailbox, puts the mail in, off he goes. All right. There's a big piece of equipment come down the road, farm equipment, hit my mailbox, bent that fucking pipe over at a 45-degree angle, beat my mailbox all to hell. But my bitch is with the farmers. Coming down a fucking gravel road that's just wide enough for 2 1/4 vehicles to pass, and there's still a little room in between. But they're coming down the road, taking up the whole fucking road with this fucking equipment and expecting cars to pull off and get out of the way when they come down the road with it. It should be illegal as fuck. If it takes up more than 1 lane of traffic, put it on a flatbed and haul it, either a semi or fucking pull it a gooseneck. I don't care what. Take the fucking shit, put it sideways, and haul it down the fucking road that way instead of taking up the whole fucking road. Okay, so what he did, he came down, and I think it was a shit spreader, one of those great big fucking shit spreaders that pump out fucking hog confinements. Came down the road, hit that fucking mailbox, and that pipe is a steel fucking pipe, 2.5-inch steel pipe. That fucking big around, the mailbox sitting on it and bolted to it. And the platform for the mailbox is all welded and it's got welded on fucking braces and all that shit. There's probably 8 to 10 inches of concrete, 6 inches, 7 inches big around, holding that fucker in the ditch in the side of the road. Bent that fucker at a 45-degree angle. So I had taken a steel barrel and bungee corded it to what was left of the pipe and put my mailbox and bungee corded it on top of the barrel just for temporary. So today I got busy, unbungee corded the barrel, moved it over into a field driveway that's sitting there about 6 foot away. And it wasn't that farmer. I know it wasn't him. It was somebody else, big shit hauler. Anyway, moved it over, put a chain around that fucker and the old pipe and around the hitch on my truck, pull that fucker out of the ground, pull it over to the shed. Well, I want to put a new mailbox pipe in the ground, but I don't want to put it on the side of the road anymore. where fucking big equipment can hit it or the snow plows. I want to put it in my driveway. So the mailman would have to go down the road, make a left into my driveway, off the road, just get off the road, put the mail in, look both ways, back out, and continue on his way. There are other fucking driveways on the highway or wherever that have mailboxes like that. I don't know why I can't do it also. So fuck it. His route takes him north, so he's on the right side of the vehicle. And I know why they want it on the right side of the road, so they don't have to fucking, they can just pull up to it, put the mail in, keep on going. Well, why can't he just take a fucking left into my driveway off of the fucking road, so he completely off the road, put the mail in the mailbox, back out and continue on his way. I think he should be able to do that. But my wife said, hey, might be regulations. So now I got to look up the regulations. And then my other bitch was, Corey, you know, when we were on yesterday, fucking blacked out, went offline. My power went out. It glitched. Momentary glitch. Not enough to reset the clocks or the digital clocks on my in my bedroom or on the stove, but enough to kick me offline, glitch the electricity in the house. All the electricity went off. Internet went out. So if I had come back on, I'd had to go. I had to restart the computer and everything, and then I would have had to get back online, back on YouTube, back on Go Live, and it was just a pain in the ass. So I decided to do it today. Let me read the fucking chat. So right click on the link you want to make, and then scroll to copy address and paste in chat. Okay, what am I right clicking on? On the link you want to make. Where does that link appear? Oh, it was a Monday? Okay. Well, you know, I don't mind honey wagons. I really don't. And the hog facilities, I got them within 2 miles of me. Big fuckers, like 5,000 head. But this was a big truck. A big, like, it wasn't a semi, great big straight truck. With a great big fucking boom off of both sides. So him going down the road was taking up both sides of the goddamn, both lanes of traffic. And he was wide enough to hit my mailbox that's sitting a foot off the road and bend that son of a bitch. You know what I'd like to do, don't you? Get some big fucking pipe and have my buddy come up here with his backhoe. And we'll just put a fucking 4-foot concrete wall in that fucker, 2 foot thick, and put big fucking ass pipe in there. And put my mailbox on top of that. And see if that motherfucker would like that shit. Okay, Corey. Right click on the link you want to make. Okay. But where is that? Where would I find that link without disrupting my live? I would have to be on somebody else's channel to do that, wouldn't I? Well, I'd like to put it about 6 foot in the ground with a fucking concrete wall, not just 8 inches of concrete, 10 inches deep. I'm talking 3-4 foot deep, 1.5 big around with a big fucking pipe. 3-inch pipe in that fucker, or 4-inch. Fuck. But the good news is I don't need a clutch for the mower because I called my dude and I asked him about what it would cost, and he said, if you had to replace that clutch, so you got to drop the deck, take the belt off. There's a pulley's got to come off first, then the clutch, and then there's another pulley on top of that. So you have to take off one pulley, pull the clutch off, get a new clutch, put it on, put the pulley on, put the belt on, put the deck back up. So you have to rebolt everything. He said anywhere from $250 to $450 for the clutch. Clicked on the 3 lines at the top. Let me see, 3 lines. Over on the left side, let me see, expand menu. Let's look at that. No, all it's got is pop out dashboard, manage webcam stream. So all that does is it popped out the dashboard. That's all it did. It said feedback. Okay, so it doesn't do that. Huh. Top right to bring up my feeds. The 3 lines at the top right. All I got is 3 dots. Customize and control Google Chrome. Extensions. Favorites. Let me do this. Community moderation, participants, moderation activity, timestamps, reactions, pop out chat, send feedback. And bring up my feeds. I don't think, but I don't know if it was. Send feedback, pop out chat. I don't think that's it, because that just pops a chat out and in. Reactions, I have that on. Oh, that's what the fucking heart is. I'm turning that off. Timestamps are off, so I don't need that. Moderation activity, I'm leaving that on in case I want to have a mod. Participants, I'm going to click on that. Corey Lee Slater, me, and Space Miner. Okay, arrow back. That just shows me who's up. This is pissing me off. Okay, that does that. God damn it. Reactions, I want off. How come that motherfucker is still there? Because it keeps turning itself back on. All right, now I got rid of it. There. Got rid of that fucking heart. Okay, community moderation participants. That doesn't tell me shit, man. Huh. No, it disappeared. I got it. It was turning itself back on. Good. All right. I'd have to open a new tab. I'm almost sure of it. And if I did that, I can't see what I'm doing. So if I open a new tab, let's say, Corey, can I open you? I'm going to, I won't pin message. Let's see if I can pin a message. Message pinned. Let me see. No, that didn't work. Okay. Replace pinned a message. All right, so let's do this then. Message pin. Undo. Let's undo that. Undo that. Undo it again. Undo it. You motherfucker. All right. I don't care. All right, let's go to your channel again. Replacement channel activity. For high user on this channel. Add as moderator. All right, let's go to your channel. Okay, I'm still streaming, obviously. I don't know. Let me see. All right, I don't know what I can do with you there. No, that's not it. I'm trying, Corey. I'm trying my hardest here. Let's see. I'm just gonna. Add tab to new group. Next, new tab to the right. Add tab to reading list. Add tab to new group. Move tab to new window. I don't know how to do that. All right. Let's go back over here. Okay, I have you pulled up. I have your site pulled up. Let me see. I want to go to your home, more. I'm going to go up here and right click on you. I want to pin. All right, that's. I see what that. Where the hell is my? There it is. All right, I think I should need to webmail Carly Slater. Okay, I'm gonna. Huh. Well, that's weird as fuck. Okay. It just shows open tabs. All right. It just shows open tabs. And then I don't know where your fucking page went to. I pinned it. So I pinned it over here. Don't know. I do not know. I am lost. Did I do it right? Hmm. Let me see something over here. If I click, right click, left click. Oh, I ain't fucking. Huh. That's fucking weird. All right, so I can go back and forth to your channel from this. I'm still on this, but I could go back and forth. But I could do that if I had a tab open up above too. So that's stupid. That doesn't do me any good. Are you pinned to the top? I don't know. Let's go chat. I don't know. Let me go over to 3 dots on the left. Channel. Okay, remove. Okay. Is that up there? You're pinned to the top, right? Open new tab. It says open new tab. Huh. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how I just miss it, but yeah, I go up here and go like that and see. Not there. It's not there. So it has to be over here then. Right there. No, ain't there. Has to be right there. Okay. That's an open tab. Webmail inbox. Okay, I'm just gonna see, I can do that. Huh. I don't want to punch too many buttons, 'cause I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Now, when I got you pulled up, huh? Let me see. Is there Christ later? Okay. Huh. They all recently closed on there, and I got you open. Weird as shit, man. I can't access this feature. You don't have access to that feature. Can I manage? Nope. Can't do that either. Pop out dashboard, send feedback. Nope. Can't do any of that shit. So let's see here. I got a microphone, camera. I got a share screen, share, end stream, edit. Yeah, I'm on your channel. See, I can dismiss Corey Lee right there. Now I should be off your channel. Hmm. Okay. So what I should be able to do is go over here, click on that, channel activity, go to channel, replace pinned message, report, remove, hide user on, add monitor. Hmm. All right, that just tells me channel activity. Delete, timeout, hide. Let's go there. Okay, I can do that there. This sucks, man. I hate fucking technology. This sucks. There you go, buddy. Eisenhower dollars. How many you want? I got 16 of them. I got 6 of the bicentennials, and I got 77s and 70. I got 77, 78. Most of them are 74s. 77, 78, 75, and 74s. I don't have a 76, I don't think. I'm getting rid of those. I'm getting rid of these. Here I got a 1974. Oh shit. Where is it? I got a 1989. These are double dollar Canadian sets. I'm selling, getting rid of them. I got 2 each of these Canadians. I don't need 2 each, only want 1. And I bought them by mistake. The Eisenhowers, I'd rather sell the Eisenhowers and get peace dollars. But if I don't sell them, I'm going to take them up to the coin dealer up in Rochester and I'm just going to fucking trade him for. He's got called peace dollars for $25 a piece. I'll just fucking trade him for shit. Or 25, 26, depending. And I like peace dollars, so I'll get a bunch. I'd rather have them or cheap Morgans than those fucking Eisenhowers, so. It's about the only dollars I collect. Dollar coins. Or I have like maybe 10 Morgans. Maybe 10. I have maybe a dozen to 15 peace dollars. I got 16 Eisenhowers. And I think those are the only dollar coins I collect other than Canadian dollars. Other than that, I don't really collect dollars. No, I'm in Iowa, and you are in Ontario. No, Rochester, Minnesota. That's what I'm talking about. Rochester, Minnesota. And that's way down southeastern, southeast Minnesota. If you break it into quadrants, it's actually 3 hours south. No, 2 hour and a half, 2 hours south, 2 hour and a half south of the Twin Cities of St. Paul and Minneapolis. So it's about, what, 45, 50, 50 minutes, 50, 60 minutes for me to get up there. 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Yeah, it's flat here in the eastern part of the state until you get to the Mississippi. Then it's pretty hilly bluff country. But western Iowa is the Loess Hills. Loess, Loess Hills. Or Lowess, Loess Hills. And that's prairie, but it's hilly prairie. Not high hills, low hills. Bluff country Iowa is eastern Iowa along the Mississippi River. That's all bluff country, especially up in the northern part, the northeastern part up there. Big bluffs, big hills. Southeast Ontario. Are you right above Minnesota? Or are you above Wisconsin or Michigan? Because when I used to go to Canada fishing, we'd always go up to International Falls, I think it is. Yeah, International Falls, and cross there most of the time to go fishing in Canada. But when they changed their regulation and I could only bring 1 fish home, fuck them. Oh, you can eat all you want up here. Well, fuck, I'm only up here for 4 days, bitch. Can't eat that much fish. I'd like to take some home, put in the freezer. You know, give me 2 or 3 days. Give me 3 days fucking limit that I could take home. The 3-day catch limit. That's your possession limit. So for northerns, what the fuck is that? A 3-day is, I think the limit on northerns is what? 5? So that'd be 15 fish I could bring home? Fuck, man. All you gotta do is leave a piece of skin on the fucking fillets. Jesus, gods. Or if they wanted to measure the whole fish, let's say they put a length limit on the fuckers. You could bring a lot of them little fuckers home, like 22 to fucking 30-inch northern. But anything over 30 inches would be a trophy fish, and you could only bring one of them home. Okay, big fucking deal. Gut the fucking fish, gill it, leave the fish whole. Tail, head, skin, everything. Gut it, gill it, put it on ice. Why can't you do that? Or Lake Ontario becomes a seaway. Okay. I did a couple exercises at Fort Drum, so yeah, I know where that's at, buddy. 10th Mountain Division, guys. That was before I was up there before they moved 10th Mountain Division there. And it's just after they turned from a camp to a fort. Got into a fight with a fucking bunch of Marines. And the fucking Rangers backed their ass up. So good on them. Not that I have anything against Marines, but they like to run their mouth. Yeah, it gets them into fights. And I am not opposed to getting hit in the fucking head. Probably hurt me a little more now. It hurt me more if I hit somebody because it hurt my fucking wrist. But yeah, I'm too old for fighting anymore. Unless it's a knife fight or a fucking gunfight. And I'm still too old to move, but I'll stand and shoot or I'll stand and cut. It's hard for me to run to cover. I can shuffle to cover. They were used already. Fucking, those are the kind of women you don't want fucking anything to do with anyway. Yeah, fighting. That's the way we used to settle fucking arguments. Fucking punch people out, wake their ass, stupid ass up, give them a beer. You know, ain't no sense hating on a guy just because you're having a fucking disagreement. You know, a few knuckles of fucking head might knock sense into some people. And then give them a beer and talk about it. You know? And I don't do computer games, buddy. That's one thing I've never gotten into was gaming. I don't know why. I have never been interested in it. Never. You know, when home computers, personal computers first came out back in mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s, and we were playing Pong, and those games just fucking or Tetris or whatever. Those games never excited me. I thought this is a waste of fucking time, bullshit, fucking blah blah blah. So I never did it. The only thing I ever did get a fucking console for and program was back in the day, back in the early 90s, an airplane, flying an airplane. I did do that on a computer. But after that, gaming just did not interest me. Not at all. Yeah, I played fucking solitaire quite a little on the computer. And man, what a waste of fucking time. I might as well fucking just be sitting at the table with a deck of cards playing solitaire instead of doing it on a fucking computer. Skip bow, no. Hearts, no, I never played that on a computer. I played hearts at fucking on a table, but no. And then it's just doing emails and then Facebook. And Facebook became such a piece of shit. The only reason I keep it is because I have a lot of friends on Facebook, and it's the only way to stay in touch with friends a lot. It's the only reason I have it. Facebook sucks dick, and I hate making that fucker any richer than he is. And I still think he's a fucking alien. But then I discovered YouTube, and then I was watching Redonkulous for a long time because I know Terrence Pop. We were in the same reserve unit together, different companies, same battalion, same group. And I even did an operation. I did one mission with him and his team up in Michigan, because he was in Charlie Company up at Selfridge Selfridge Air Force Base in Michigan, and I was in B Company 1st Battalion over in Arlington Heights, Illinois, and we did a mission with them up there at Selfridge. One mission that I remember. So I know Terrence Pop. And if you go to his website, Redonkulous, it's not in the lair. It's in where they do the live stream from. He's got a life save boards hanging on an axe right there. Sometimes he takes it off and shows a whole axe. I made that axe. I sent it to him. So if you ever do that, and I haven't done. I don't do marketplace, eBay or Google Marketplace or any of them. I don't do any of them because I could do a Dane axe. It'd take me a while because I created that battle axe out of a regular double bit logging axe, and I did a lot of cutting and reshaping, and I redid the handle, but made a battle axe out of it. And it could, the head could be bigger, but I just did what I did, right? And I have a single bit axe, a regular single bit axe with a hammerhead on it, and, just one bit. And what I've done with that is I forged that out, and on the hammerhead on the back, I've taken and made that into a pike. I've rounded it off, heated it up, rounded it off, and pounded it down into a pike. And then the front part of that axe, I'm going to cut that out, and I am going to make that into a single bit battle axe with a fucking pike on the back side of it. You'll like that one. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. A Dane axe, I'll have to look up and see if I can find a pattern for it. I like to make shit from patterns. Knives I can make from patterns. There are a lot of knife makers that do it, and I can show you a catalog I have right over here where I get some supplies from, like Jeweler's Rouge and shit like that. But Jams, knifemaking.com. You can buy an anvil in here. You can buy whole knives, or you can buy kits. You can buy blades. You can buy handles, handle materials. You can buy liner material. You can buy decorative rivets, regular rivets, all kinds of shit. Here, handle materials. Um, Patterns. You can buy patterns here. Um, Here's more liners and stuff. Metals. I do buy brass here. Um, you can buy anvils. Here, where's fucking shows you all the different kinds of mosaic pins you can buy. Washers, lock. Pommels. I do buy pommels. Oop, I got that page marked. I do buy pommels. If I put a thread on the end of a knife handle, then I'll put a nice pommel on it. There's no sense grinding it out or making it. See, and spacers. You can buy spacers too. Brass spacers, aluminum spacers, whatever you want. There. Spacer material. Stabilized wood, cactus juice, exotic woods, handle materials, all kinds. I mean, all kinds of handle materials, dude. Tools, all kinds of tools. Torx bit, files, big machines. If you want big machines, dude, you can buy big shit here. You can buy little anvils, big anvils, all your Dremel stuff, which I get a lot of Dremel stuff. Here, polishing wheels. You can get the rouge. You can get grinder wheels and wire wheels and flapper wheels and polishing rouge. All kinds of polishing rouge. I use a couple different belts for belt sanders. Man, I'm telling you, there's all kinds of shit in here. All kinds of shit. There you go. JantsKnifeMaking.com. I get a lot of supplies through them, but I make my own handle material. I have a lot of walnut and oak wood dried stuff that I've dried for 2 or 3 years. My own bandsaw, so I cut my own handle material. I haven't got any decorative pins from them. Normally, when I pin a handle, I use a brass or bronze welding rod and cut it and use that for pins. Or I'll use a rivet with a head on, and then the other side use a washer and peen it over. Most of the time, I cut a finger guard into the knife blade or the handle itself. But a few I've made with, I've actually taken brass material and drilled it out and filed it and shaped it and made finger guards out of that. All my steel, I don't buy any of the knife blanks per se. I can buy a knife blank and make a knife out of it. I can make a really pretty knife, but I didn't make it. I put it together. That's what I did. So, and I don't know a lot of knife makers if they do that. I'm sure a lot of them do. My steel, I source it from a steel guy in town, and he'll order what I want. And I just get a sheet of it or a chunk of it, 5 foot long, 8 inches wide, say an 1/8 inch thick. And then I'll fucking cut it and shape it myself. So it's got to go in the forge. It's got to be annealed and softened. It's got to be filed and ground and shaped. And then when I get to where I want it, back in the fucking furnace. And it's got to be fucking hardened. So I got to fucking quench it. And what do I use to clench? Peanut oil. A lot of times peanut oil. I can buy the expensive shit, but there's not any sense in doing that. I don't use motor oil. I use peanut oil. You got a higher flaming temp. And borax, I don't buy from them because you can buy 20 mule team borax to fucking Dollar General store. So that shit's cheap. I don't know. That's the way I make shit, man. Yeah, fucking Cabela's is fucking overpriced stuff. Yeah. Some railroad spikes will make a good knife and some won't. And you have to do some hardness tests on the shit to figure out what will and will not. Here's my leather opener. I got from $1 Million Meg's uncle made this. And it's a kit. You just order everything, put it together. And he sells them like that. But I won this from Hillbilly Samurai. He had it on his stream one time. And that was before he was doing pens. He was selling these. I think he was thinking about making them himself. And he still does have some on his site. But, it's like his pens. He buys the kits and he puts the wood on. He doesn't buy the handles or the barrels. Maybe he does. I don't know. But I thought he did it. I thought he turned that stuff himself on his lathe. I may be mistaken. I'm not sure. I just ordered a pen from him. It's going to be a Christmas present. It's a $90 pen. So, yeah, he does make some awesome stuff. And I think he does that. I think he turns the barrels for the pen, the wood. I think he orders the wood and then he turns it himself on a lathe. Yeah, not after I put knives in it, yeah. Some railroad spikes make good knives. Some do. Some are hard enough. They're made out of a decent steel, but you have to do a hardness test on them to find out. That's one thing I got to order is some hardness files. Thanks for reminding me. I have, hold up a second. I got, where did I put them? Here they are. I got them. I'll talk about Hillbilly Samurai. I got it from Hillbilly's site, the letter opener, but $1 Million Meg Uncle. That's what made it. That's why I wanted it. I have one of these that I won on a race. This is a pen, and it's a nice looking pen, too. If you look at it, you can get some light on it. Oh, I don't know what kind of wood that is, but it's a nice pen. That might be a gift, and I have this pen. And I think I won this one also. I don't think I ordered this one. It's got the little squeegee thing on it for doing your tablet, but screw off top. Nice pen, man. And then it screws onto the top like that. That's a beauty. That's a dark wood, almost. I think that's almost walnut. Almost looks like walnut. Almost looked like walnut to me. But that's a nice pen. And I may have 2 Christmas gifts here, another Christmas gift coming. So, I won this one. I think I won this one. So I can afford one pen to buy from him. So I'm going to. I actually he sent it. I'm going to pay him pretty soon here. Anyway. All right. So we got those two. And I got that one. This is my letter opener. I made a letter opener. Do you want me to send it to you? It's a little knife. It's about this long. It's a knife blade, but the handle on it is this long. And it's not my best work, but it makes a hell of a letter opener, and you can cut with it too. So if you want it, you can have it. I got that one out in my shop. That's what I use out there to open shit up with. No, it's not black. It's a dark brown wood, so it's probably walnut. It's darker than red oak, so I think it's probably walnut. And then the other one, this wood here is a little lighter. You see, it's light on that side, and then it gets dark as you roll it like that. That might be oak. That might be red oak. Maybe not. Might be something else. I don't know if he uses much red oak, but red oak kind of looks like that. And it does have that black streak in it. So I like them a lot. I have another 50 cal shell out in the shop. It's a bottle opener. Um, and it was a gift to the groomsman. I was at a wedding for a friend, and I was a groomsman, and he has the wedding date and your name put on the side of it, engraved on the side of it. So I got that one, and I have another 50 caliber shell out there that has the powder taken out of it, but the bullets in it. So I got another one. I got 50 cal shells. I don't. They're kind of fun, but they're in the way a lot. I got other ammunition I need to worry about other than 50 caliber shells. All right. What else we got? Oh yeah, I was venting about fucking. We vented about the mower, vented about the mailbox, and I vented about my friend not texting me in a timely manner. And I was halfway to his place this morning before I got another call that said, "Oh, you can't make it." What the fuck, man? All right. So I turned around and went home. Nope, 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 nope. Well, I told you what I carried the other day. That's my outdoor edge. That's my razor blade. Come apart, replaceable. I told you, man. Well, then Carrie, when I saw a guy skin a fucking elk, my 5x5 sitting up there on the wall. When I saw a guy in fucking or in Colorado skin that elk with one of these, it made a believer out of me. So I bought one. And you see, I got orange paracord on it, so I don't lose it. But I wanted an orange one, so I didn't lose that either. But it made a believer out of me. Now, the only thing that's not good for is opening envelopes or cutting like paper, like this. All right. If I went to put this in an envelope like that, what it'll do is it'll catch right there, right up. God damn it. Fucking, yeah, it'll catch like that on the envelope. On either side, it'll do that. So that's why it's not good for that. But for skinning or cutting something, these are the fucking cat's meow, man. I don't have to sharpen it. All I got to do is fucking take one out, put one in. So I like them. They're fairly inexpensive. The blades are fairly inexpensive, but it's a damn good knife. This, what did I say this one was? This was the 3.5-inch Razor Light EDC. Everyday carry. It's a Razor Light. Yes, it is. But it's a 3.5-inch. It's not a 3-inch. So, told you, man. Wait up. I'll be right back. No, I'm here yet. I just had to walk over to the gun case. Here's my other one. It's the one I keep in my gun case up here. The other ones are downstairs in a file cabinet. This is my Cold Steel Magnum Tanto. I like this knife a lot. I wish the handle was a little bit different in shape, but this is a traditional shape. And so I will take that. But that's a what, $300 knife, $350 knife. I bought that brand new for 250 bucks. I didn't think that was a bad deal at all. Now, look how big it is compared to my arm. And that's into my pit. Can you see it? There. Or maybe from the tip of my finger, it goes right, tips my fingers, right to the crook of my arm. I like it. I like that a lot. But the other knives are downstairs. You know what? I'll just put everything in a fucking big box and bring them up here. We will do a knife show of what I do have down there. I do have some. You know, the old Jumpmaster knives that the Army used to have, they're a switchblade, had a lock on them. The blade came out, but there was also a hook on there. So you could bring the hook out. It was only about that long, but there was a hook on it, and that was sharpened like on a fucking a skinning knife that has a gut hook on it, but it was a deeper hook, and that was for cutting static lines. When people jump out of an airplane to get hung up, I can go cut static line just like that. But those were, they call them Jumpmaster knives. They're made by Camless, but it was you could lock it. It had a lock on it. So if you hit the button, it wouldn't accidentally open. You unlock it, hit that button, boom, blade came out. It didn't have a very strong spring. It was strong enough to lock it open, but it wasn't a very strong spring. Put it that way. I have 2 of those yet. I saved from my days in the Army. And, you know, I got some shit like that. My uncle gave me 2 or 3 knives that came in tins. I don't know who they were made by. I don't even know if they're Pakistani or Chinese piece of shit, whatever. But my uncle gave them to me. He's dead. They had outdoor scenes on them, like had a buck deer on one, had turkeys on another. It had maybe a wolf on one. I wish there was a bear one, then I would have it up here on my stage, but there wasn't. I have 3 or 4 of those. I saved them just because they're my uncles, and we did a lot of fishing and hunting together. So I probably should give them to my brother because he's the knife guy. He's the one that likes buying and selling jackknives and lockback knives. He buys and sells them cheap stuff, and he's got drawers full of that crap. If I'm going to buy a knife, I want something that is a good known steel, a good manufacturer. reputable. I don't want any Pakistani, Chinese, uh, Korean junk. I want fucking, if it's Japanese steel, I will buy it. If it's German steel, I will buy it. Mora knives, like you were talking about the other night, got several good little knives. You should see all the knives I got out in my fucking butchering room. I buy a lot of, when lockers around here use a knife so much that they want to get rid of them. They don't think there's enough blade left. They'll sell them for $1 a piece. So I go over and buy a fucking pile of them at a time. And that's what I have out in my butchering room, plus the knives that I have bought, other knives. And they're all the plastic handled shit for butchering, like in a locker. And I like, when I'm butchering, a knife that doesn't slip, a knife handle like this handle right here. Even if even though this is not a slippery handle, and it is, if you look, it does have those bumples all over the place. That will fill up with tallow and fat. And then the blood makes it slippery because the tallow and the fat and the blood makes it slippery. It fills in all those little grooves. So what I like is a wooden handled knife. Wooden handled knives do not slip in the hand. That's what I like for butchering. So I got a whole fucking pile of wooden handled knives out there hanging up. I probably got 20 or so. I got a couple downstairs that are fucking what the hell was that knife maker's name back in the day? He had the diamond green River knives. What the hell was the guy's name? I'll think of it, but yeah, and that's the same thing with me. Most of my knives, will and carry, are in a drawer downstairs. They should be on a display board, but I don't have enough room for that. So when I find a knife that I like, and I asked you about those 5 or 6 knives because there's 1 or 2 in there I really like, so I would pursue it and probably buy one. But I saw them on another knife channel, so that's what I did. What's a gladius yesterday for your recurve? Two-handed hobbit sword. Yeah, that's about what this is. What do you call that? What's that? What's that style? It's a tanto tip, yeah, but it's not a. This is the short one on top of the next one. I don't know. Bronson and Bronson. Never heard of that one. That's one thing I should make right there. A boar spear. Thanks. I'm gonna do that yet. A ZT0. Where the fuck is my ZT0350 American. And now, is that a fixed blade? Like Ken Onion. Okay, I'll look it up. Gotta write stuff down, otherwise I forget. Zero tolerance. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. I need to confirm it's really, yeah, that's really helps keep your account safe. Next. And then it just flashes and says, okay. Yeah. WNC. Oh, okay. Nice, nice. I'll look it up when I'm done with this, but see, I do write shit down. I have to. I have 3 or 4 fucking sitting around here and they're all full of notes. That's right. Okay. It is a folder. Or what? Which one's a folder? All right, it's a folder. Okay. Gerber strong arm SE3. Okay. SE SE SE3. Gerber's. They're okay. I like Gerber folders. I think uh, I've had a couple of Gerbers. I think I got Gerbers downstairs too. I might have. I got a couple K bars downstairs. I do have a UMC. Uh, I would like to have an older K bar. I've got a couple of newer ones. See, they were made by different manufacturers also. We will do some more talking about knives when I bring them up because I can't think of the manufacturers, all of them. But make a plastic handle. Oh, spear. Um, um, get if you want a spear handle, one that ain't gonna break. Get the white fighting staff, Japanese fighting staff, Chinese fighting staff. I don't know what wood those are made out of, but that ain't gonna break on you. They're actually fighting staffs. That's not gonna break on you. Uh, you can make sheaths out of the thin PVC. If you go get some thin PVC and you have a propane torch, handheld propane torch, you can make sheaths out of that. All you have to do is get it soft enough to, and don't use your hands, of course, but use a 2x4 or something to flatten it into the shape of the knife or to form it into the shape of the knife. There you go. You got yourself a fucking sheath. Yeah, Spyderco. Yeah, I know. You walnut. You have to get a solid piece of walnut because a lot of walnuts got fucking. You can't get walnut that's got a separation between brown and black because that is a crack that's just waiting to happen. Uh, Unless you stabilize that wood, and that has to be done in a vacuum chamber. So, uh, yeah, use wood for good for bows. You know what my brother used? He made a longbow. He made it out of Osage orange. They call it hedge down southern Iowa hedge. It's got those big green wrinkly balls on it that are supposed to repel spiders if you put them in your basement. That's Osage orange. That's what it's called. That is some strong fucking wood. It bends, it doesn't break. You know, Corey, it's a good fucking hobby. If you find something that you want to fucking do and like to do it and you're good at it, fucking do it, man. Yeah, they call it, in southern Iowa, they call it hedge. I don't know why, they just do. It doesn't grow up here in northern Iowa. You get up to about middle of Iowa and it doesn't grow up here anymore. So it's more for moderate temperature. Um, but yeah, Osage Orange, he made a longbow out of it, and he made his own arrows, wood arrows, uh, and got rock fucking arrowheads, flint arrowheads, and put his own fucking turkey feather fletchings on. Yeah, so he did the whole thing. Just moved from Chicago. Smart man, motherfucker, smart man. I used to live in Bolingbrook. You know where that's at? It'd be a western suburb, way out there north of where's the prison? I forget. East of Aurora, west of Chicago, north of fucking mm, forget the name of town. Really close to you, yeah. Fucking we moved out of there in what 2000 and no 90. When's my daughter fucking born? First one, second one were born out there. First, second one were born out there. So we got 96. Fucking. Let me think. Let me think. What's 30 years ago? That would have been 1995, 6, 7, something like that. I think 96 we moved. No, 97, 98 we moved. Yeah, 98, 99, something like that. We moved back to southeast Iowa, and I was never so glad to get out of a fucking state in my life. I miss my friends out there. I miss skydiving out there, but that's where the job moved me, so that's where we went. Ah, okay. Played soccer in Bolingbrook. Okay. Yeah. Tennessee is a great fucking place. You know, the part of Tennessee I like, the if you go straight east of Dollywood and you go up into the Pisgah Mountains between Tennessee and North Carolina, that's that's where to go, buddy. Hillbilly country. You drive through there, you hear banjos. And up in the Pisgah Mountains is where we used to do Robin. Well, they still do Robin Sage for Special Forces for a third phase. You're in East Tennessee. Okay. Yeah, you'd be up there. Yeah, you'd be up there. And some moved in next door from Tennessee. The accent stuck. Nice. You know, when I was stationed down there, let me see. I went to fucking Fort Leonard Wood for basic, and they still talk Americanese there. I went from there to Fort Benning, Georgia, And then the first time I went to Fort Benning, I went from Fort Benning to Fort Devens, Massachusetts. So a little bit of southern and then up to the northeast twang up there. And I love northeast dialect. But then I went back from Fort Devens, oh, back to Fort Benning, stayed there for a month and something, and then over to Fort Bragg, North Carolina, was there for fucking 3, 4, 5 months. No, that was the first time. And then before Devens, okay, and then after Benning the second time, back over to Fort Bragg, back Kansas City to Richards Goodbye Air Force Base, then back to Fort Bragg, then back to Fort Bragg, then up to Chicago, then down to Fort Bragg. I spent a lot of time at Bragg. Anyway, you get used to a southern accent. And from the time I was down there, dude, I started talking like them guys. I had that accent for a while until I lost it again. You will. You spend enough time in Tennessee, you're going to have a southern accent by the time you're done. And you're going to start to like fucking Tennessee whiskey. Yes, sir, buddy. Maybe even moonshine. I don't know. But you'll get to like Tennessee whiskey. I fucking do. Did before I quit. Yeah, give it time. Oh man. Yeah, that's the thing about accents, man. I love the accent up in fucking New England. Of course, I spent 3 years of my life up there, so I probably spent a good portion of 3 years or 4 years down south in Georgia, North Carolina. So I haven't. I picked up the New England accent. I picked up the fucking southern drawl when I was there, but not not the Texas kind of drawl. Always been the southeastern kind of Tennessee, North Carolina accent. And by God, if you go up into Kentucky, Kentucky's got a little bit different accent. Yeah, buddy. A little bit younger. They'd probably be out in fucking Montana, but or Alaska, one or the other. All right, guys. Been an hour and 50 minutes, almost 2 hours. I got shit to do. What do I got to do? I don't know. Oh, that's the other thing I did today. I have an outhouse I bought from a guy that does shit hauling, and then he takes and he pumps out septic tanks and stuff. But he takes the fiberglass restroom, not fiberglass, but plastic restrooms around for big events and stuff. And he'll put like a dozen of them in a row or whatever, and he comes and sucks them out and cleans them and all that shit. I bought one from him years ago, and I have it sitting here just in case. Yeah, that's one of my prepper moves. In case the electricity shuts off and my well won't pump and I don't have fresh water. I have an outhouse. Uh huh. Okay. And you say, well, what happens, Gary, when it's full and, well, truck won't come pump it out? It's not a problem. You can either pail it out or you do like I do, kind of permanently, semi permanently mount it. You dig a hole underneath of it first, a little trench, slit trench basically underneath the tank. And then you drill holes in the tank, about like that, several of those. And then when the crap goes in the tank, then you just wash it down with water. Just dump some water in and wash it down. It'll go down in the ground after that. Or you cut the whole bottom out of the tank and just shit in a pit. And then move it every once in a while. Smart thing. And right now I got a holding tank there, and it's got to get pumped out or cleaned out before winter comes, before it freezes, or I got to put some more antifreeze in it. And I have the environmentally safe antifreeze from Campers, the pink shit. So I can dump that out. It doesn't matter. I can leave it in there and it won't freeze. So I'm good there. I got to get the rust inhibitor for my wood stove and get that added and fill that up with water, and so we can start burning wood this year. Oh, yeah, so much to do. So much to do. Well, dude, you can always buy a piece of ground and put a trailer on it to start as you're building. Yeah, yeah. See you, Will and Carrie. I'm going. See you, Corey. 3 stones tomorrow. All right, guys, we'll see you. Take care. Remember, as always, see you.